I think we're up.
I think that's it. Hey, guys. He said the one, but he says it like real slow, like he's unsure that it's going to be a thing. Supposedly, he told me all the buttons that he has to push as he's like counting down. So, in any case.
And he thinks we know what's going on. So.
Yeah, and we don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
Giving you too much credit.
All right. Well, it is Friday.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day weekend this weekend, guys. I'm super excited. It's going to be great.
And it's not raining today.
It rained this morning.
Well,
but it's clearing up
now.
Yeah, it's better. Clearing up. So, it's Tony's anniversary today. Happy anniversary, Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
And my wife, Amanda.
And Amanda, she counts too. She's part of that little group there, apparently. Awesome. Well, Denny and I are just going to have some fun today, I think.
Yeah, we've got all these brand new Sergey Stamps.
So many. I don't know if you guys can see this, but like there it is. Our table is just covered in new Sergey Stamps and coasters.
And I've tried some of them, but not all of them. So this is a first for us.
So we're just gonna stamp away, kind of show you guys some of the cool new designs that we've brought on, so you can see what's going on, and we're just gonna make a whole bunch of coasters stamped with a whole bunch of stamps. So
we're gonna start here. I'm just gonna make a border around.
Oh, that's probably a good idea. Does everybody else have their coffee today? Does everybody? How many cups are you on so far? I mean, it's 11 o'clock here, so this is like number 3 for me.
I just have one big one that lasts me all morning.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. He's got it over there.
All right, I'm going to make a diagonal line here. I've got a little stamp that looks like it's a kind of a quilt pattern. Got little polka dots in the middle. Let's see what happens.
What's that one called, Denny?
I don't know.
Does it have a number on the side?
Look.
It is the number 362.
It's the seed quill.
A seed quill. All right.
Four seed quill. 4 seed quill.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess I could have read that.
You could have, if you wanted to.
Here, why don't you just turn it like that? Just look at it.
All right.
We'll just check that out.
That's that quilted one, the 4-seated quilter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me when I've been holding this here long enough.
It's beautiful. You're good.
All right. All right.
I think I understand what's happening with this one now, so that's good.
Oh, nice. It's a very nice impression.
What's everybody making today? What are you guys doing out there? All right. Tony, I'm going to use this retro diamond, I think is what that is. It's cut off, but it's called the retro diamond, which is perfect for me because I love all things retro. So that's pretty great, actually.
What's the number on it?
It is 227B as in boy.
I can't remember if it's called that, like the waterfall. If it has a waterfall in there or not. There's 2 that are really close together, like the retro one.
This one has diamonds and lines.
Diamonds and lines.
I love this one. There we go. You say anybody that has been well, nobody's really been watching me decorate my house except for my husband. But I've kind of gone all things mid-century modern with diamonds and triangles and all sorts of fun stuff.
You think he's the only one that's been watching? Do you really think he's been watching?
No, he hasn't. He says, Liz, just do whatever you want. I just live here. And I'm like, well, that's fine.
Hey, this is really cool.
Yeah, I like.
Look at this.
Nice. Oh, that's a really cool quilt.
It is.
People spend a lot of time doing that pattern by hand.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time doing that on a knife sheath by hand. It was awful.
Yeah. I've always just taken it like a tickler and made it a crosshatch pattern and then put a seed in the center of each one.
Denny, what's a tickler?
Tickler is a creaser. Here's a tickler.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
A tickler.
Some people call it a creaser. Us old timers call it a tickler.
Why not?
Liz, do you know how to do that stamp?
No, not really. I think they fit inside of each other. Do you have an example?
Probably on the computer here if you want to come over.
Yeah. Let me go look at it. Because I think they just stack on top of each other, kind of like a basket weave.
The beauty of these stamps is there's 100 different things you can do with each one. I'm sure when he designed these stamps, he had a particular thing in mind, but that's not the only thing you can do with them. Geometric shapes are pretty phenomenal.
Down the line here. Man, Denny, you stamp hard. Shaking the table all over the place. It's one of those stamps. A set
stamp.
A set stamp.
Yeah.
I'm adding too many words in there.
When I first started doing these carving classes that I do, I was doing them on just a regular fold-out table.
I remember that.
Sit-down table. And there was one guy. He got so mad, I thought he was going to throw his mom through the door, because every time he tried to do something, someone else would stamp something and just make the table rattle.
Oh, no.
But he got over. Did really well in the class.
Good. You moved on to one of our sturdy tables these days.
Yes. Hopefully, sometime in the near future, we're going to have a regular classroom. Remember, I said hopefully. I didn't say definitely.
One of these. Okay.
Here at SLC, we never say definitely.
See, I'm not sure that.
Tony, let me look at that. Did I see that?
I don't think you did it right. I think it was supposed to be.
Well, I thought this would fit inside, but maybe I was wrong.
I think you go like this, and then when you do the next one, you go like that. But yeah, is that what you have?
Do I do it like on?
No, because this should be like that. But I think this is supposed to overlap that. So it'd be like
So
this.
you just alternate on each side of the line.
Okay, let me start another one, guys.
Yeah.
So I think they should overlap each other.
Let me just keep trying on this one until I get it right. That's probably a better idea.
Practice.
Just draw a new line.
Oh, wait. Somebody says rotate it sideways.
I don't think. Like inside? I mean, I suppose you could do
You
that.
could do
but...
that.
Sure, go for
You
that.
could do that.
That was Consummate Nerd that said that.
Okay. We didn't bring any dead weight.
Oh, we didn't.
Tony! Run!
They're on the far side of the window side of my bench. They're probably under something.
I don't know if this is right, but I kind of like it. Sergey's going to be like, what are you guys doing to my stamps?
Yeah.
All right, Consummate Nerd says that's correct.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look, it makes like a little flower. Cool.
That is cute.
That looks fun. I like that. Well, either way. Do you just do
When I told it, I did it the overlap way. So
I was gonna say I don't know how to. Maybe you would go.
yes,
I don't know how that would actually work.
I don't think that's right either. I guess it's a design you could make.
It looks fun.
Well, just keep going. Do it.
I'll just
Do that pattern all the way down.
I can't.
Go to the next one.
I'll leave a big box in the middle.
That's all right. And now connect. What happens if you connect those? Can you connect them there?
No, it overlaps, but I can connect here. It's like connect 4, guys.
Yeah, I think it's the other way.
I didn't get it.
No, sure.
That's actually kind of fun.
There you go.
Looks kind of cool.
I'm just gonna keep doing this. We'll
Okay.
see what happens.
Turn this air.
No, it feels great.
No. I turn it down. Not.
Okay, thanks. They kind of roast us out in here. Just for those of you at home.
They like to see us sweat.
This is gonna be. I always wish I had bigger knives so I could do bigger designs on my sheaths.
Bigger knives.
Yeah, because a lot of times knives are so small that you can't really get
Yeah.
this size going on. Because, guys, that's the only leather work that I do at home. Sometimes I think about doing other things. I don't.
Thinking's good.
I was like, oh, there could be a cool...
They go to our website and they click on the front banner of it. It'll take them to the listing of all the Sergey stamps that we have.
Okay.
Are we calling these correct? Just Sergey Stamps?
Sure, I'd say his last
Would he-
name, but it kind of gets weird to say.
We don't want to butcher it.
Nesromensky or something along those lines.
That's sure what I thought it was.
Yeah, I knew you thought that. Everybody just knows it as Sergey Stamps, so.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here with what do we call it? A seed quill, four seed
yeah,
quill.
4 seed.
And I'm going to do something the other direction. It's,
And then I think, Denny, after a while, we're going to do some antiquing with some different products to kind of show people different
there
ways to
was.
go about that.
We had someone say that they didn't think that the gel worked the same as the antique paste. And it doesn't quite the same, but it does work well. You get the same type of result from it. So show people how we do it. Maybe they weren't doing it like that.
I do think that's an interesting pattern, yeah.
Really like it.
I think it works.
All right, I've got this number 362 weave. It's kind of a basket weave, kind of a 4-pin basket weave.
Is there a number on it?
Yeah, number 362.
Oh, thanks. You already said that. Apparently, my 3 cups of coffee is not quite done yet for me.
You need one more.
Oh, you know what? This isn't... Man, this is so close. I'm almost in the corner, but I don't think I didn't quite center that first line along. So if I just pushed it a little bit that way.
That's all right.
It's
If
close
you
enough.
go around it with some sort of a border camouflage type tool.
No one will ever know.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way border tools, that's what they're for.
I might have to make a set of coasters like this for our new conference room get up we've got going on over there.
So somebody is asking what our price checks on these. They run from about 19 retail to 24 retail, depending on what size the stamp is.
And there's a couple of them that are sets too.
Yep.
There's more than one stamp in it.
Yeah, I think the Dragon Scale set comes like 6 tools or something like that.
And like this little border tool set.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
that's the finishing one.
And there's one here that's got one that has actually 4 pieces to it. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's probably one of the more expensive.
That border tool.
Yeah. This tool here is one that alternate 90 degrees every stamp. Makes it really neat. Like a basket weave, only it looks like it has a little twisted rope or yarn, I guess.
Well, there we go. I like that.
I like it too. It's nice. You know what would make a neat border on that?
Yes. Tell me.
Let me see if I can find it. Those little bubble wrap looking deals.
The bubble?
It's
The
actually
texture?
yeah.
This one?
It's actually a background tool, but that big one,
Yeah.
you go around it, I bet it would make a nice border on
The real big one or the
Yeah.
small?
it. Yeah, the big
would-
one would go faster.
Yeah, but I think it'd cover up too many of my diamonds.
All right.
Yeah, check that out. This may not be the way it's meant to be used, but it sure is snake.
It's meant to be used however you use it.
However, we're crafting leather.
That's right.
Oh, look. Chad was nice enough to run an errand for us and didn't even do
Good.
it.
Yeah. That will help us a lot.
Denny, stop shaking the table so much.
I'll try to do it when you aren't.
Alternate tap.
I don't think we have another piece of granite back here, do we?
Oh, you know what I wanted to do the other day was get light colored granite.
Oh, well, that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Oh yeah, a piece of white granite would
It'd be nice.
show things up pretty well, wouldn't it?
Except for when you're using that white bed, you can see right where you're at. What is everybody viewing? Stay with this color or get a lighter color? I guess we could get their opinion.
I think we need to do a test to see how it shows up.
Of the granite.
Of the granite.
Of the granite pounding.
I'm trying to not do it at the same time you do.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just complaining. That's what I do.
Complain?
Yeah.
Me messing with people, that's what I do.
Did we bring the dragon scale in here?
Yes,
I know did we bring the armor one? The armor
yeah,
scale?
there's two of them.
There's actually 3.
Well, I think they're all in here somewhere.
Well, I used that bubble dragon scale on the mug cover the other day.
Some questions here I think you can cover while I run to go get a light colored piece of granite.
Okay.
Rawhide mallet hammer.
Question mark?
Question mark.
It'll work fine. Answer.
Why would you use a rawhide over a synthetic?
Rawhide's just a traditional. It absorbs a lot more shock. The poly malls that we use bounce a little more, which I like. You know, it's something. If you're used to using rawhide and start using one of these, you'll probably notice a difference.
You've never used a rawhide and just used a poly, you'll never know the difference.
And if you use the poly and switch to a rawhide, you'll say, "Oh man, this thing just thuds." Okay, I've got that whole field covered up now. I'm gonna do a border stamp of some sort. Which one I should do? Think I'd do this 4-part one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
This one has 4 parts to it. And I've used this, and you kind of got to keep your mind on your business. It works really well. First part is the corners, so I'm going to start here at all 4 corners. That looks cool.
There we go.
That looks nice.
I like it. You're so good, Tony.
I ran all the way to the other side of the store and then back with a piece of granite.
Here, let's switch out.
You didn't carry 2? Joking.
Yeah, sounds like it. I was running over there and Rusty was in the way when I got over there. Like you're always holding the...
Ooh,
Okay.
That's
Now I've got all 4 corners done. Now the next one is a little trapezoid shaped.
Oh, I switched you over here. Hold it back.
It's a little trapezoid shaped one. And I've got to do it coming off the corner on each side.
Here, will you make me a diagonal in there?
of course.
Are you going to do a little stamping, Tony?
Well, I'm going to do this retro, we call it the retro diamond one. I'm going to do a different pattern on it. So there's not going to be any camera switching for a bit.
Okay, I've done that one side at the corner. Now I've got to turn it around and go the other way on the corner again. Like I said, there's 4 parts to this too.
So you got to keep your mind on your business.
And that's hard for me.
I'm gonna pick another geometric. What is that cool one? Oh, look at this guy. This is pretty neat.
Gotta remember how this goes.
Well, go look at your picture and figure it out.
Okay, now I've got all 4 corners set.
You can do the waterfall weave. How do you go?
This one. What you really have to think about on this is you've got to go from each direction to the center of your line. So, right there. Now I'm going to go from the other direction. Well, I got that all wicker build.
Guys, every day Denny teaches me a new word.
Whopper jawed.
Whopper jawed wicker build.
Somebody said this is going to be an expensive stream. Probably for them because they're going to go make a bunch of orders.
Okay. So they just set inside of each other. Oh, the diamonds. You just put them in. I can do that.
Okay. I think I'm back on track here.
Where'd you get lost?
Well, in the corner. I've been in the corner for a while.
Oh.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go one more. Like I said, you got to think a little bit using this stamp. All right. Everybody see where I am? Can you? Now I'm going to go back to this one that I started on each corner with and fill in my exact center. See how well that worked?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazingly. Okay.
Nice.
After you do this a time or two, it's not so hard, I don't think. But first time you use it, could get confusing.
You could get whopper jawed.
Whopper jaw. Wicker build.
I'm so glad that somebody started doing some Art Deco geometric. I feel like Sergey's really bringing us into the 20th century.
Yeah, I wondered which century. I didn't ask which century we were
With
in.
the geometrics here. This one's really great. It's got all these like little triangle points that you just put your last stamp right into. And then you just, so it's super easy to line up. Yeah. Like that basket weave, like that, was it the 517, X517? Is that the one that's got the 4 points that you just line up every time?
Yeah. There's 2 of those. One of them's got that that kind of rope look to it, and the other one is just like a wood grain almost.
Let's see, how do I want to go about this? We'll go this way. Tony, how's it going?
Oh, just fine and dandy.
Did you figure it out?
Think so.
Not willing to share yet. He's not sure.
Still debating. Just making sure I got it right, that's all.
Oh, let's see here. Denny, I always comes to filling up a background. Sometimes I get lost in like where I should go next. Like I just wanna spread all over the place instead of just going in one direction.
You know what I do generally on that? I'll go all the way across
Okay.
the whole field.
Just
And then and then I might do one row up above that, but then I start to stagger 'em, kind
Okay.
of like bricks.
Okay.
You know, just stair step.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work out for some stamps, but that's the way I like to do it. To me, it just gets monotonous going all the way across and then coming back and starting all over again.
I know, I kinda get bored.
Yeah.
Got to keep you entertained.
Probably why people started carving. Hey! You overlap the diamond.
That's what I did.
Okay.
I can't say whether it's right, but
Hey, it's all right.
yeah, girls.
So this is. So you literally just put the diamond inside the last diamond. You just kind of overlap it that way. And then it creates the basket weave look. Pretty.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Look at that border. Man, that looks so good. With
That
your
border, it's really deep,
yeah, it is.
involved looking border. It is involved to do.
It's pretty involved. It's a lot of tools.
Yeah.
And you have to center it because you want, so like each of these, it reminds me of like a curtain, like the valance on a curtain.
Yeah.
When you've got the looped fabric and you want to come out from the center. So you've got your center one and then you loop out symmetrically on each side.
You've got to start it at the ends and work towards the center.
Yeah.
You can't just go all the way across, which is confusing to me.
Takes a second to get used to.
But it worked all right.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
All right.
Work my way through this. Guys, I'm so excited. Those of you that see this, I'm wearing glasses today, which I haven't been able to do in like the year since the mask thing started, because they fog up and that's just no fun. So I've just been wearing my contacts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
today is the end of the mask in Springfield.
Yeah.
So I am celebrating with glasses.
All right, razor blades. I have something for you.
Okay.
Can you see it, Denny?
What did the stamp say to the envelope? Gosh, I don't know. Tell me, razor blades.
You've got it up there. I'll put it. Liz, you got the answer?
What did the stamp say to the envelope?
Lick me and mail me.
I was going to say mail me.
Stick with me and we'll go places.
Aww.
That's good.
That's cute. Ah.
All right. What do I want to do? This is big.
What's an easy one I can do?
An easy one you can do. You do that one. This one.
Oh, is that the Can you find the 417 tool? There it is right there. I'll do the 417. Since we are in the 417
There's a
area.
417 tool? Or is that
Yeah.
his number?
That's his number is 417.
Does it have anything to do with the Ozarks?
It doesn't, but I got it anyway. I was like, oh, that'll be perfect.
Oh. This one, what did we call this one? Dry clay pattern. Liz and I decided we'd call this one Death Valley, though.
Yeah. I know Denny was like, this one should be called Death Valley because it looks like Death Valley with all the clay that's cracked. And I was like, well, Denny, I think we call it dry clay pattern.
Duh.
It's like, so
Show
yeah.
us what it looks like there, Denny.
Where are we? Yeah, y'all can see that fairly well, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. But it'll be pretty easy to use because it's not symmetrical anyway. I say it'll be easy to use.
We'll see if it proves it wrong.
You can't really see it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So just keep on
There
keeping.
we go. See what that looks like. Looks like just a bunch of little clumps of clay mud after it's dried out and cracked. Kind of cool.
I was tired of hiding behind my desk all the time, so
I think Tony's bored today.
I know.
That's okay.
Tony's just ready for a 3-day weekend.
That ain't a lie either.
Boy, this one covers a lot of ground.
Goodness gracious, Denny, what do you got, the Hulk arm over there?
Thor's hammer. Well, I like to stamp them hard.
Make sure it really gets in there.
Yeah.
Let's
Liz has to place her tool twice every time.
What's the number on your tool? What's the number on your tool again, Liz?
I'm doing the Waterfall Weave, so it is 125.
Everybody's just in the chat getting along.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
No fights today?
Well, there's never any fights. They're just not asking questions. Which is fine with me. I can be over here.
This works about perfect. All right. And this, if you're interested, is tool number 394.
Yeah, why don't you hold it up to the camera? How's that look?
Looks good.
Let me take a-
Looks good.
I'm on the wrong
Looks
side. I can't see the TV.
Looks like Death Valley.
Looks like
to
Death
me.
Valley.
If you can't make it, you can just stamp your way there.
I don't think people may not want to go.
I see that, yeah. Let's see, what do I want to use?
It's kind of warm there.
Oh, here's a book. This is,
I think I'm going to do something else for my sides,
there you go.
right?
Mix it up. And this is a little border tool. It's number 464.
What else do we have?
Just a little hammer.
Got the wheat spice. What do you look like?
Just stacks on top of each other. Denny did a pattern with it, but
Yeah, that's one you can do a lot of different things. When I was doing it for that plate, I started doing it one way and got confused and started doing it another way. Finally, I had to start completely over and discovered it was wrong anyway.
We'll see what happens.
man, you hammer with gusto.
I'm telling you, table's just popping.
Try to place my tool and it jumps out of place.
Okay, now I've got two.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's like the Hulk over here.
Do you guys see me going like that? No.
Not turning green at all. All right, let me go check the chats.
Okay, we're gonna try out this wheat pickup. Is that what that is? It's $4.59. The wheat something. What is that? Oh, is that word?
Shoot, I don't know.
Is that a type of wheat? Or is that like
I don't know.
the bud on a wheat?
I don't know.
Guys, I don't know my agriculture good enough for that. So
You'll
you'll have to enlighten me on what that is.
I'm a farm boy, but I don't know that wheat.
That's cute.
I wonder what's the thoughts on the white granite?
Oh yeah, what do you guys think about that? I like it. I think it looks good. Yeah, look at my little
It's very clean
my
looking.
waterfall. It does. It looks nice. I just
That's
got the
what
dark
it's all-
table and then dark granite. It's just a lot of dark.
As long as it looks nice, that's all that counts, you guys.
Not if you can see it better. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's beside the.
any of that.
So the new tools are on the website. Somebody was saying that they were sold out.
Some of them
Some-
have been.
Some of them have been sold out. We have put the new ones in stock, and we have another order coming. Maybe the first or second week in June.
Well, the deal is, when we ordered these new tools, we weren't so sure if anyone would want them.
Right.
You know, I mean, we can't order 20,000 tools and hope they sell. You know. So we ordered a few, and of course, you guys wanted them all. So.
So we're ordering a few more.
There's the 417 tool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stacy, you want to come over and tool? Guess not.
No.
Stacy really likes to participate.
I'm surprised he's not at home at lunch. We had a couple come in from Texas, from the Dallas area yesterday.
Yeah.
Waved them in the
Yeah.
door. We were in a torrential downpour.
Yeah. Well,
Gave them a tour, and they're like, "Oh, I remember this studio." They say they watch, but they're silent watchers. So
Well, welcome all of you silent watchers.
you silent folks.
That's okay.
they're probably just pointing and laughing at us, or probably me.
Nobody can see you.
I know.
Ah!
See, that's what I did. Keep going.
No!
Keep going.
Guys! I wasn't paying attention. I was making fun of Tony.
That's what you get for making fun
I
of
put it the wrong way.
I love the sound effects.
I couldn't control that one.
Yeah, we
Darn it.
Well, that's all right. Just go with it.
Denny, it's dang it.
Well, you've already done it, though.
I already did it.
Chevy guy says karma.
Ah.
I said, "Instant karma."
I'll do the other side, and then we'll just call it a day. I'll just cut it off. I'll have a triangular coaster. Oh my goodness gracious! You know, I don't even know. Is it gonna come out? Oh my gosh! Look what you made me do.
Here you go. Jerica comes up with. Oh,
I can't even. This one's done.
You're
That's over.
finished.
That's over.
Okay, I'm doing an experimental one this time.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, well,
Is that a border?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. This is a kit number 433.
there you go. Put it there on your.
There we go. It's got like scroll patterns in there.
Yeah, it's like an acanthus, like a sine wave pattern. I think
Or is it a chicken neck?
a chicken neck. Yeah. Okay,
Oh, thanks,
Spica
Jerica.
comes from the Latin meaning ear of wheat. It is the brightest star in the constellation Virgo, which rules the harvest season.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I messed up this year's harvest, so we'll try again next year.
Dustin says, just roll with it.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
She's done.
I'm done. It's over. What else are we gonna do? This one's crazy. Got another geometric.
Well, show up to that overhead camera. See what Denny has going on. Move your ball set there, Denny. All right.
So we've got. Whee!
What tool do you have, Liz?
I've got the 420 square. He's super detailed. Like this, like the 3-dimensional detail on the inside of here is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think that one's Abigail's favorite.
It is.
Okay, well let's give her a shot. Fresh coaster that's not messed up. Man, I'm so excited about my waterfall, dude.
That looks
I was
good.
gonna have my wheat falling into my water. How
I
perfect
like
was
the
that?
wheat myself.
Just spinning around the circle. Just keep coming around the circle. Close that one up, and then I don't know.
It's over, guys.
All right.
We're just gonna let it go.
Let it go.
I think I should have started in the middle. Or at the, so that's what I'm going to do now. Start over. Or I could just throw my hands up in the air and say, forget it.
You could.
And move on to another one.
You know, I won't.
I've seen people do that before.
Hey, that's the way to do it. Right there. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at
hang on.
that.
Am I on your corner? Oh, your ball's in the way. Spin it around one more time. Keep going. There you are. Good camera.
Doesn't matter to me, Tony. I
Okay.
can't tell.
We'll pick one.
Oh, guys.
All right. Now then. Let's just keep going here. See what I
This one seems like I can't mess it up because it's the same in all directions. So hopefully I'll be fine.
Okay, my comment on this is I love this stamp if I can figure out how to use it.
Consistently?
I really love it. Isn't that pretty?
That is really gorgeous. It's like you're tooling without tooling.
Yeah.
Wow, Denny, look how deep that is.
Nice.
Well, that's crazy.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. Like, that definition in there is really incredible.
And that one just stacks on top of each other.
It should be real simple for me. Then you should have given me like the pile that I couldn't mess up. Like,
I gave you the whole pile. I discovered something about this. I would have to use my head a little more this time. Because now I've got to make a corner here.
oh, you gotta measure it out.
Yeah, I should blotted it out. That's all right. Make myself another line.
Ain't nothing another line can't fix. Man.
Guys, I don't know about you today, but we're having a good time.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Maskell's Friday.
Right. I tell you what, there are some people whose faces we have never seen because we hired them during this whole fiasco. And so today is the first time we get to like actually meet half a person. Or the full person, the other half of the person. Been an exciting morning around here. You know what? I also should have mapped that out better because I'm too far. I should have scooped him down.
Sergey, I need a little help.
All I can see is your mom.
Well, good. That's the only good part of it. Oh, that's not bad.
You made it work.
You really have to fit within the confines of the stamp.
Yeah.
That seems necessary.
Yeah. But still, the way I ended that, it doesn't look that bad, does it?
Mm-mm.
Doesn't look that good either. Guys.
So it seems familiar was asking about rollers. Sergey carries some embossing rollers. They are on the way. They're going to be in this next shipment. And we're also looking at getting a hand crank embossing
Wheel.
the machine to fit his rollers on.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They aren't something you can work just by hand.
No, you have to have quite a bit of pressure.
Yeah. But they're nice.
He has some other ones, the handheld ones that you just kind of roll along.
Yeah.
Like the edge border ones like Osborne makes.
Yeah.
Well, I like this tool. If I could ever figure out how to use it, I would use it.
Well, Denny, that's what we pay you for.
I wonder if you just space it out and get the measurement.
Okay, just let me go. Oh, this is my last video, you guys.
Well, speaking of which, you are going to be here next week.
I will be here next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Abigail, this is really awesome.
Yeah, I know, right?
What tool was that again?
This is the geometric, the 420 geometric.
The 420 tool. Did you want to come hammer on this 417 tool, Abigail? You won't be on video. All you're doing is lining up those 2 points and then that point there. That makes sense?
Yeah, because
Maintenance 3 points.
let's see.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Denny?
I don't
There you
know.
go. Yeah.
Away.
Some-
The way out? Is that what you said?
Yeah. All right, I'll try this.
Do you guys hold the tool with your non-dominant hand?
yes.
Oh?
Second one in, we already got a new.
A little off there.
That was a difference.
We're creating all the sound bites today.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
That'd be cool if you held it up to
It
the
would be
camera.
cooler.
Be cooler.
You got a picture of this one?
I do.
It doesn't want to zoom like that.
You're doing a bad job.
It's okay. Yeah, that's really neat. I'm excited to antique this one.
It's gonna turn out pretty.
And I really wish I would have centered my pattern on the coaster. I tell you what, geometrics are all about finding the center and going out to make sure that it fills evenly. Because like half a pattern is just
No, that's the one you messed
it
up.
always
Did you mess it up?
kind of a bummer. See, we make all these mistakes. You guys can watch us, and then when you go to do it, you can be like, I'm not going to do it like that. Do it the right way.
Oh, that's the one that I did. So you go all the way down like this, and then you turn it over and go all the way up like this. Each row alternates. Let's see. Paul says the black is better in his opinion.
Okay. Well, we're working on, veg tan, which is pale, so it probably stands out a little bit better on the darker background. You can do it, Abigail.
I think we're proving all of our discoveries. All the discoveries that we're having.
Where do I go here?
Oh, let's look at it again. We're trying to fully discover this tool before we mess it up. Let me see that, Denny.
I almost feel like maybe I should have done this one on the straight instead of on an angle, because now when it lays flat,
Let me try it on this piece.
it's not at an angle.
Does it go like that then?
Let's see here.
And then stick it inside that? Can you get, yeah, you feel it kind of kick in there. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
They discovered.
We've made a discovery before screwing it up.
This is why you buy scrap leather or you use your little parts. I'm always amazed when people are like, I can't use just, weird pieces of a piece of leather. And I'm like, how do you practice all your stuff before you do it?
What do you have a trash can for? That wasn't even funny.
What do you think, Denny?
Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, it's
Yeah.
busy.
It is really busy.
It's great though.
Now I gotta border it up. Let's see if I can still mess it up.
Yeah, I bet with antique on that.
That's gonna look pretty
thing
cool.
will shine.
Okay. Oh, I might have two good coasters.
What do you need?
I just need a
Anything?
border. That's not a crazy border. I kind of need
Any
a.
of this stuff. Those are the
Your
ones
last
I've
one,
already used.
the last tool you're using, Susan just said, just do it all wrong and then it'll look right.
I'm really bummed out. Why is that wheat? I
Got in a hurry.
really just kind of want a
You can start drying a little
regular
bit.
border.
You can hit it a little bit harder.
Sergey, your tools are too fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, don't show them.
Don't show.
Abigail finished that one out.
Can you tell which section is mine?
The top part? I just like how that one makes it has little circles and little flowers and then the spots. That's tool 417. The
The
old
417.
SGF. If you have DFW and they're like, oh, everybody knows what that is, and you have LA, I think we need to make sure SGF. That's our airport code
Yeah.
as well.
Tony, I need a regular camo tool. Like a regular camouflage.
Oh,
You know what? I'm gonna go get one. You
Okay.
switch over. I'm gonna go find.
It turned out really awesome. Denny, you're all alone.
Well, I feel all alone.
Are you still trying to figure that one out?
Yeah.
You want me to do it?
Yes, I need your intelligence here. There you go.
Oh. Oh, you're on to the next row.
Yeah.
How did we do that the other day?
Hey.
How did we? Oh, we flipped the other way. Let me look at the picture again. Just stand there and look perplexed.
That's not hard to do for me. I'm sitting here looking perplexed.
Oh,
That's my job.
okay. Look, I got some camo tools.
Yeah.
We're just gonna use this little guy.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Use this.
All right. Let me go with my program.
So yesterday, Clayton and I went to a middle school to do like a little end of the year class with 6th and 7th graders. And then we did key fobs. And I can't tell you how many times we do our presentation, we talk about some leather, and then they go to like stamping key fobs. And I was like, hey guys, everybody's got this granite on their table. Please work on the granite. Man, those kids, you know, they get their key fobs and they be over here and they have everything wet. They just wail on the table. And I was like, no, stop stamping on the table. It's not going to work. That was a hard one. That was a hard, it's like, just stamp on the granite. That's why it's there. But they just wail on the table. I'm like, you're not going to do anything.
Then they say, oh, I didn't hear you say
I
that.
know. I'm just like, what do you think we brought the rocks for, guys? Anyway.
Are you gonna do some dyeing?
I think it's time to,
Anyway, that's how it doesn't flip over. It all goes the same way. That one just all.
in other words,
They just line up next
you
to
were trying to confuse me.
Did it work?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Now, we've had questions on the vintage gel, Phoebe's vintage gel
Versus
versus
antique paste.
Phoebe's antique paste. And I've used them both, and I use them both the same way. So I'm going to do that today. Show you how I do that.
Oh, you know what we should also do, Denny? Is show them the difference, because every once in a while I want to color something, but I don't necessarily want to use dye. Like, I don't want the intensity of dye.
Okay.
And so sometimes, for me, the antique paste doesn't really work very well as just like coloring for leather. Like, it's really splotchy as it goes on, but the vintage gels will give you, if you don't resist your leather first, if you just want to put a little bit of color on it, they'll give you kind of a nice natural tone.
Right.
Anyway, so we might do a little bit of that too and show them the
Okay.
difference.
Can I get someone to go get me some rubber gloves? Because I knew I would forget something.
You know, Melissa is watching this. I feel like we could.
Melissa,
bring us gloves.
First thing I'm going to do is put a light coat of neat's foot oil. I've got this wallet back that I tooled. Oh, thank you. This wallet back that I tooled, and I put a piece of tape right down the middle, or approximate middle of this. And I'm going to treat them both the same way, but I'm going to do one with the vintage gel and one with the antique paste. The first thing I'm going to do is put a light coat of neat's foot oil on it. That's just a second. Then I'm going to go outside and I'm going to spray it with a resist. I'm going to use
Thank you, Clayton.
thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to use Master's Quick Shine as a resist, but I'm going to go outside to do it. I'll be back.
let's see. Where are you at, Liz?
I'm over here. I'm just going around. I've got just good old standard camo tool C709.
Here.
Hair dryer. I know I needed that on Wednesday, and I realized that it wasn't in here. I forgot that that's not a fixture of this room. We should get one for in here.
Yeah.
Get our silent.
Yeah, maybe
dryers.
does Dyson make a really quiet one? I'm sure it's like $1,000, but if it's silent, then that's all that matters.
I don't know what's up with this camera. My balance is all off. So we were talking a little bit about the using scraps, and we do have. If you go to our website and hit the little magnifying glass and type in TWO pound tooling, it should pop up. There's a lightweight and a heavyweight.
Yeah, I just want that. Is it gonna focus for me? Oh yeah, there it is.
Nice. I don't know what happened to your trash can that you brought over here. Oh, it's behind you.
Okay.
How do you like the Odin balls, Liz?
I like it. It's got good weight to it. They've got lots of ridges, like the ruffles. You get a nice stamp with it. It's a little heavy maybe, but for stamping like this, like I don't know, but tooling it might be a little bit heavy as far as just doing.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah,
two
but-
different weights.
You have that other one
We've
up there.
got the smaller one too.
Oh yeah, so that would be good if I'm doing like
Carving. Yeah.
carving, but this is good for the set stamp situation.
Okay. Now I've resisted this, oiled it and resisted it. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this antique paste on one side.
Use the reach, everybody.
I'm just going to be very liberal with this. Make sure I work it into all the cracks and ups and downs and ins and outs. The key to the way I'm doing this, though, is to put that resist on. Let's make sure your resist is
You gotta make sure it's dry,
dry
too.
and not tacky. Okay. Now. Take a piece of paper towel here. Close up my jar before I spill it, which I'm pretty good at doing.
That's a little harder to spill.
But I could do it.
Put it by him. Make sure that you're wiping and not scrubbing.
That's right. Did you notice I just wiped?
I'm keeping a close eye on you, Denny.
Very good. I need a close eye kept on.
Because I'm the one that always scrubs it.
And this is dark brown, I'm using the dark brown antique paste and the dark brown vintage gel.
So we're comparing color for color.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't guarantee that the colors will be exactly the same, but they will be close. But you will get the same effect from each one with the resist. Without the resist, you might not.
Correct.
Now I'm going to take a little piece of wool skin here and just go over it lightly.
I'm gonna go
Just
spray.
get some of the wet spots. All right. Now then,
It's this one right here.
this is the part that I've done.
Bring me pizza for lunch?
No, that's what I had for dinner last night. It took them forever to make it. Everybody wanted pizza last night in the rain.
Oh, really?
All right. Now I'm going to do the vintage gel on the other side of this project.
A lot thinner product.
Yeah.
Do you find it falls in the cracks better or wiped
No.
out?
No, it all goes about the same for me. It's just easier. I don't have to dip it out of the jar, and that's the one thing that appeals to me about it.
Less mess for low.
Yeah, but I use it exactly the same. I just squirt it on instead of spread it on.
And then you daub it around.
Yeah, make sure I get down in all the little nooks and crannies.
Yeah, because the idea with the antiques is that you want the top of the leather to stay nice and bright and whatever color you've made it. So if you've dyed it or, if you're leaving it natural. And then you want all of it down in those areas that you've stamped.
Yeah. And the deal is, too, it will color your leather a bit, but it's not actually, it doesn't actually penetrate the surface because you've got that resist on. But all the little tiny hair cells in there will collect a little bit of this antique,
Sure.
whether it's the paste or the gel. And that's what makes the whole thing a bit darker. Now I'm just going to wipe this off just like I did the paste.
When you're doing the resist, Denny, I know we use quick shine a lot just because it's quick. Does it matter if you use a liquid resist?
No, it doesn't. When I first started doing a finish like this, I would always use a wipe on because that's what most of the people around did because there wasn't very many good aerosols. But the problem is when you use a wipe on as a top coat, when you use it as a resist, it works great. When you use it as a top coat, you wash a lot of your antique back off with it because it will soften it up and it'll remove a lot of it. And that's not, that you don't want to do that.
So your final coat of sealant should be an aerosol. So if you're antiquing anything, your final coat you should either be airbrushing on or using some sort of an aerosol like Quick Shine, Saddle-Lac, or I think it's Phoebe makes leather sheen in an aerosol as well.
Yeah. And like I said, you can use a wipe on as a top coat. Just be aware that it's going to wash off a lot of your antique.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that it's super dry before you put it on.
But there we go.
I can't even tell.
I don't see a difference myself. Do any of you? Parts of this down here.
Up here. There it is.
Yeah.
So I guess this side maybe is just slightly darker, but it could be the way that it stamps.
Yeah, and it could be still a little bit wet too.
Yeah, because you've got like this particular stamp has an impression that goes down, which could be making that section show up a little bit darker.
Yeah. And if you look at it in the light here, this and this look about the same. This and this look about the same.
Yep.
To me, there's not a lot of difference. And they work the same way. I use them the same way.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what you are doing.
The paste may be a little lighter. You think if you quick shined it and then let it sit and then quick shine it again and then did it, maybe it'll keep it a little more out of it? I think it's a little lighter, but shoot, use a medium brown instead of the dark brown. Fix that issue.
Yeah, to me, there's not enough difference to say that they work differently because they work the same way for me.
Yeah.
When I do them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try it
We can do one with one and one with the other.
Yeah.
You want to use a paper towel on top of your white granite?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
And then what would you say, what would resist, if you weren't using the quick shine? I know we said some, but what would be some other ones?
I've used RTC Resist, the Be Natural RTC Resist, and that one's a really good one.
Could you spray on a Resolene? Or wipe it on? Could you use airbrush and Resolene on?
Yeah, or any of the acrylic finishes. Like the acrylic finishes are probably going to keep it the most natural underneath because they seal out water the best.
What was that video that you and Kevin did? Oh, how to be a hero. And we did a live one of how to be a hero, and you guys were doing some resist on it.
Using Resolene,
And I think he was painting it on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have much experience with Resolene.
Okay.
I found what works for me, and that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what Denny uses. That's good. All right.
What do you want?
Yep.
Let me give you that.
That sounds good.
Whichever one
We'll do this one. I like the vintage gels too. We're gonna do this over here.
And it's funny. It looks like chocolate.
Please don't eat it.
If you do, don't blame us.
If I had to put a warning on there, do not eat. Because everybody needs to be told what and what not to do.
Yeah, don't eat your Tide Pods, guys.
Or any pods.
Or any of them.
Doesn't have to be brand specific.
No. Why are people so weird? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I think we're getting bored as society. We've got to find new ways to make our life interesting.
On the clay one, Denny, what did you use on the clay? The dried clay?
What did I use?
What border did you use?
Oh, this, let me see, what is the number on this board? I don't know, I can't find it again.
Oh, there it is. Here, hold that up to the top camera there. There you go. Just make sure that was the one. Seems familiar. Was asking about. Okay.
It's just kind of a cathedral peak type.
Yeah,
border.
it's 464. If that was the one that you were talking about, seems familiar. That's the 932-464. So all of our Sergey tools are going to be 932 and then a dash.
Denny, do you use some wool to get out the real heavy places?
Yes,
Okay.
at the very end. And I'll wipe it lightly to get the wet spots off.
Right. So like down where I've got my border, like it's still just super shiny, or like in these really deep crevices.
Right.
Gently.
Yeah, and it'll make it kind of look darker, but then you go back over with paper towel again.
You get those spots out.
Yeah, get your streaks off.
Get your streaks off.
Redistributing.
Don't be scrubbing.
There you go.
I'm lightly
He's doing pretty well here.
just baby scrubs.
Baby scrub. That'd be weird. Baby walks in and scrubs. I'm here to perform your surgery.
They should make baby scrubs. That would be adorable. There are so many people that would buy baby scrubs.
You think Doogie Howser had some baby scrubs?
He probably did.
Was that going all the way back to the 80s or maybe the 90s? I don't know. I love that show, though.
I feel like this side is still a little heavy. What do you think, Denny?
I think it looks
Hey,
great.
Liz,
Yes, sir.
will we ship aerosols to Alaska?
No, because they're flammable and everything that goes to Alaska mostly goes air.
Hey, I wonder, are we selling... I'll switch cameras on you.
Thanks.
That's
just fun.
We have Fulfilled by Amazon in Canada. I wonder if they will take ground to Alaska.
That is something that I think I talked to our e-commerce department, and I don't know if that's an option yet. But I did. I think we reached out to Phoebe's to see if they had a distributor up there that did carry any, because somebody was looking for some of the dyes.
Yeah.
And I'd have to look and double check that before I say anything else. I think there was a company up there that does carry their alcohol-based dyes, and I was able to provide that information to one of our customers up there that couldn't get those anymore.
And I appreciate our chat room as Tiffany has some questions and the guys are Marcus and Seems Familiar are helping her out.
You guys
I'm
are so
walking back and
great.
forth and not really paying attention to the chat today. Oh, I thought you were going to do paste on that one.
Well, you know what? I
Things
decided
happen.
Not to. That's right.
Things happen.
Made a decision.
Hey, why don't you do... Where's that one that I did?
This one that you started,
Yeah.
like the 2 lines.
No, this one.
Oh, yeah. Denny, why don't you antique some more stuff?
I guess we can do it without quick shining in first and everybody can see how dark it
Oh
gets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do a half of these with that one if you wanted to.
Let me try to spray half of it with...
No. Like half this and half this on natural.
On natural?
Yeah.
There's no tape on it, Denny.
Well, why don't we just do one of each?
Okay. Look, we've got
Do you
so many
wanna oil it
posters today.
Put a little oil.
Put a little oil on it first. See what Liz is doing over there, making the mess.
I'm just spreading this around. You know, antiquing just makes you feel like you're in 6th grade again.
Yep, like finger paint.
Yeah. Maybe even 5th grade.
Denny, Tiffany wants to know how long you have been using a head knife, and is that your exclusive cutting tool?
I've been using I always call it a round knife, but I do generally use a head knife. It's just a bit smaller than a round knife. Ever since I've been building saddles, probably 35, 40 years. But no, it's not my exclusive tool to cut with. It's the one I use most.
Like primary,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I
Denny has all the tools.
use a straight knife quite often. You know, it just depends on what I'm trying to do and where I'm at on a project.
And I tell you, the more that you use it, the better that you get with it. I was making those cheek pieces yesterday for the head stall, and you made me cut it out by myself.
Yeah, you did well.
I did. It was the first time I really used it like that, and instead of being scared, and it wasn't so bad. It's kind of figuring out the technique. If you're making a straight cut, if you can hold back behind you and cut forward, works pretty well.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing this without a resist, correct?
Correct.
One with paste and one with.
I'll tell you what, this could make a fun checkerboard.
It would.
Somebody said you were making a chessboard.
That would be, you'd have teeny tiny little pieces, but it would be kind of cool.
Is that like baby chess pieces instead of
Baby chess pieces.
baby scrubs?
I still think the baby scrubs is a great idea. I'm sure they're out there. Somebody's had to have already thought of that.
Do we carry a spray leather finish? We have you and Clayton did that leather finishing video, didn't you?
Yeah, and we used all 3 of them, I think.
Yeah.
We do. We carry 3. Obviously, the Quick Shine is the one that you guys will see us use most on the videos because it's the one that Denny has at his work table, and he's got like 10 bottles.
If it's not saddle soap we're using, it's Quick Shine.
But we do sell 2 other ones. There's a Beans makes their leather sheen in an aerosol container that you can purchase, and then there's also Saddle Lac.
Yeah.
That's an aerosol. Man, look at that.
Hey, Denny, how about next week? I was just going to think about what we were going to do next week for your last week.
We'll have a party.
Did we do we're getting close to our 1-year anniversary of doing live videos.
We are.
We've gotten so many more videos. I think we started out doing it every other week when we first started, and then we got to every week,
And now
and then we're twice a week. We may add a Monday, the first Monday of every month. Or something else.
Mondays are difficult. They're so busy.
I know. I'm going to make it more busy for you.
Man, I love this. I'm going to make a ton of these.
That is nice.
Sorry, I'll go to the overhead camera there, Liz.
Okay. Woo. Sergey, I don't know if this was how it was meant to go,
I think it
but
was the way that I
it's great.
did it. That's how he shows it on his Etsy page. But I think that's a pretty cool
It's a good old
variation.
Yeah. I love it.
CS has a question, Denny. How do you keep black dye from bleeding on light colored clothes? Red is also bad to rub off.
Put a finish on it, a top coat. Buff it very, very
Yeah.
well.
You got to get all that excess pigment off. So dye, any dye that you use, there's a pigment suspended in some sort of carrier. If you have a water-based dye, the carrier is water. If you have an alcohol-based dye, the carrier is an alcohol. And then you've got your pigment. So whenever you apply that to the leather, the carrier pulls it into the leather. But once it evaporates, though, once the water is gone or once the alcohol is gone, it's no longer soaking down into it. You'll have whatever pigment didn't go with the carrier down into the leather left on top. And you have to buff that off. And black is probably one of the worst. But definitely there are, that's any dye can do that. So before you put on your finish, especially especially if you like turn your leather and there's like a oil spot sheen to it. So if you're looking at your piece of leather and you see like a green, purple, like reflective situation going on, that means you've got pigment sitting on the top of your leather that you need to get off. Because otherwise, when you apply whatever finish it is that you're applying, it will suspend that leftover pigment sitting on the top of the leather into the finish, and then it can bleed out as that finish wears away. So just buffing. Wow, Denny, those look really different.
Yeah. This is the paste. The lighter colored is the paste. The darker color is the.
I'm curious if the lady that made a review on it didn't resist hers any.
Probably didn't. Or didn't.
Let it
I mean,
dry.
if you don't go through the whole routine, you're going to get a different effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's dramatic there.
Well, and so let's hear. On Wednesday, when I did the mason jar cover, I resisted the main body of that mason jar. Did you take that away already? Did you do something with it?
No.
You have it?
Yep.
Okay, so I resisted that main body that I tooled, but I did not do the handle. So this is just stained. I think I had the light brown vintage gel in here with me, and this is just me putting the light brown vintage gel on a piece of leather and sealing it up. So
Good.
yeah.
All right. We talked about saddle soap. What's the difference between white and yellow?
The color. That's all. And they both dry clear. If you,
Was there a history? Is there a history on them of why they were yellow and white?
not that I'm
sure
aware of.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah,
Maybe you can make something up for us.
one was before the other, I'll guarantee that.
Somebody
But I
probably
don't know
complained about
which
the yellow.
one. Yeah, you know, if you leave big clumps of you know, the saddle soap paste, if you leave a big clump of it down in a crack or something, you might see a difference between the white and the yellow, but I doubt it. I think they both dry pretty much clear.
Okay.
You know, when they're still fresh, you know, that kind of stuff shows up yellow or white, but when it dries, you don't see it.
Yep.
And they're both made exactly the same way. I don't know why they have the white and the yellow.
How about next week on Friday, we do like some of your tips and tricks that you have, maybe like your shop tips and tricks, maybe with the head knife, some other stuff like that.
Okay.
Can you come up with some tips over the weekend while you're out there on the
I
fishing?
don't have any tips and tricks, you guys. Everything is silly.
And then after you go on vacation, when you're gone on vacation, we've had some requests for continuing with our braiding and making a whip.
Getting a whip done.
So maybe we'll have Spencer back in here and we'll make us a whip.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I'm gonna be
Then we get you
not
whip.
sorry enough not to go on vacation, but I'm gonna be sorry I miss it.
Well, you can watch us live.
I will watch it.
He can comment. Well, he probably won't have internet out in the woods wherever he's going. That's okay. All right.
What kind of finish would you use on a holster?
Finish?
Yep.
I would use Masters Quick Shine.
Yep.
It's as good as any. If it's not tooled or if it doesn't have antique, you can use like the RTC or
A lot of people like an acrylic just because it's like
Yeah.
the most waterproof.
yeah.
So, but that's really, everybody's got their favorite for whatever reason. So,
Yeah, just some sort of a top coat to protect the color as long as possible. The color's going to change no matter what you do. But,
Yeah.
you know, some sort of a finish. You prevent water stains and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Awesome. Anything else, Tony?
There you have it.
There we are.
All right.
Well, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great day and have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. So, we'll see you next one.
See you next week.
Bye.